Hello everyone, and welcome to the first video in hopefully a series of flights that will either go very bad or very good. Essentially me trying to fly some kind of aeroplane. Hopefully it won't go too bad. So on the first video I thought we'd go down from Helsinki to Vienna, Ryanair 7 Whiskey Tango, as part of the Ryanair tour that they are currently doing. I think it runs until March, but I'm hopefully trying to get it all sorted before that, so I'm not rushing around in February time to get it completed. So I thought we'd fly the E320 for the first video in this series, just plainly because it feels like I have a lot more. I feel a lot more comfortable in the E320 in what's the word, in comparison to the 737-800. So passengers are boarding. We've apparently boarded, and so yeah, let's get this started. I don't have any hotkeys set for the views yet. Hopefully I'll be able to get some sorted eventually when I can be bothered. So the first thing, I'm going to get the fuel uploaded, which it should have done, to be fair. If I press that again, will it let me? Because I had this. Here we go. Let's do fast time, because bear in mind nearly all of our passengers have boarded already, which is yeah, probably not the best start. So we're going to the FMS or FMGC, whatever it's called. Just for the you know, for simplicity, we'll do init request, see what that happens. Because last time I did it, it was okay, but yeah, okay. So we are today Ryanair 7 Whiskey Tango. It just saves me messing up the routes and stuff. We have a cost index of 6, I believe. Let me just double check that. Yes, 6, which I believe is the Ryanair cost. So we're supposed to be flying at flight level 380, but I'm assuming no, never mind. I thought it was just gonna bring up a message saying how that is not our optimum or whatever. I always forget how to check the optimum. I think it's in progress and then the next page, or maybe not. Maybe it's in progress. Ah, there we go. It should say it there, but it's probably because I haven't entered any of the weights yet, so we'll get that sorted. So well, I don't know why I'm going to there. We have a block today of 8.431, so I'll do 8.5 on the block. Centre of fuel weight is CG, and our zero fuel weight is 62.5 on the basis that no extra passengers are coming, because we have today. Let's have a look. We have. Never mind. I was going to say how many passengers we had, but it doesn't seem to want to be where I am used to it being. Probably because it's a different OFP layout or whatever. So we have a zero fuel at 62.5, and well, centre of gravity maybe? No. I'm not sure how to do our centre of gravity apart from just literally looking on here or some stuff. So I don't know what to put. Bear in mind, I'm going to say it's about 31. Just as a rough guesstimate. Obviously we can always come back and yeah. So there's that message. I thought it was going to, you know, pop up. So our max flight level is apparently 365. Apparently it wants us to go below flight level 330, which I don't see why it does that, to be fair. Maybe it's just literally something that I haven't been able to grasp. I don't know. Probably a skill issue, to be fair. We'll put the constraints on. Why doesn't it give us EFHK-LOWW? Ah, right, okay, yeah, my bad. I have to, so what are the winds in Helsinki? Again, probably should know this already. Oh well. Right, my flight, departure. So, we are winds 350 degrees 6 knots. Let me just, right, so 350 degrees 6 knots, which will give us when we're 2-2. I'm not sure if they use 2-2 left or 2-2 right. So we'll just double check that. See what they're using at the moment. No harm in checking, I suppose. So at the moment they are using. Oh wow, okay. So they're using 04 right, not 22 left. Alright, okay. Fair enough. Probably again a skill issue. So 04 right. I wonder if that's gave us a SID. It hasn't. We'll do the Corey 4 Charlie. I'm probably not supposed to do that, but bearing in mind our next waypoint is Corey, we maybe the best for to do that. I'm not actually sure what this speed select means. I'm guessing it literally just means that I have to, yeah. Yeah, so we'll just double check our centre of gravity. Maybe just see if it's over 31. If it's not over 31, no, it's 30.2 at the moment. And we have still got something to load, so we'll just keep it as that. The fuel is all loaded by now. See how we're getting outside. Alright, so apparently everything's boarded in relation to GSX, so obviously we're a bit behind on the actual loading of the aircraft in relation to this. So bear in mind all fuel is located. I'll put the fuel pumps on. Fasten seatbelt signs on. We'll load up Pegasus as well. Actually, that might be a good idea. I always forget to do that until I'm in the air or whatever. So Helsinki to Vienna, right now 7 Whiskey Tango. See, now we've got the boarding music, which I'm gonna turn off. To be fair, I don't really like it, and I know it probably is what they play in the real aircraft, but oh well. Get some floodlighting, and actually I quite like a bit of floodlighting. Wonderful. This repaint, it's decent, I think. I mean, apparently it has. Yes, it does. So we're in 9 Hotel Lima Alpha X-ray today, which is whatever that is. But yeah, literally, I think that this cockpit is the best looking short haul cockpit there is. I mean, long haul, wide body wise, it'd probably be the either the 777 for Boeing or the A380 for, well, the A350, A380 kind of style for Airbus. So we'll put the master switch on for the APU just so we can get that fired up until it says flap open. We've got 6,000 set in the whatever that is called. I forgot the name now. No, it's not MCDU. That's that thing. It'll come back to me at some point. So the way I'm wanting to do these videos is one video for departure, and then one for descent and arrival. Hopefully all in one big playlist. If I do decide to make more than one video, that is, because see how this one goes. So we've nearly boarded on the passengers. We're boarding on the cargo, so I'll just wait for one more passenger board, and then we should get a nice little message saying that we're all boarded. There we go. So what's our 31? What did I enter in there? Oh, so I was pretty much bang on then. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'd love to know where you find that. Probably just a quick Google search would let me know, but you know, I am still learning, kind of thing. Even though I've been doing this since 2016 now, so it's quite alarming that I don't know some of these things. It's flap open, so we'll start the APU. What else can we do? We won't put the beacon on yet. The nav and logo, we'll just stick it at 1 at the moment. Fuel pumps are on. We'll stick the ground control recorder on. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm just guessing that means it records the ground radio kind of thing. We'll get GSX. What's the temperature actually? The temperature is -11. Wow. Okay. Yes. Okay. Wow. I wasn't. Is it snowing as well? Oh wow! I think it might be snowing. Oh, it has snowed. One of the two. Surface snow. Maybe that's what that white textures was. I was wondering what it was, to be fair. Just a shame there isn't any airport textures. Yeah, I don't see anything of snow on there, but that probably just relates to the runway and stuff. So the APU started, so we'll get rid of the external power and get our ground services to do the same. Is the parking brake set? The parking brake is set, so I'll remove the chocks. So pushback wise, we're going to do nose to the right, so north. Then we will taxi Yankee Zulu to hold Zulu Sierra, I think. Zulu Romeo. Yeah, Zulu Romeo. Do fluid type 1, 75%, bear in mind it's -11.
And observe fluid type 1, concentration at 75%.
I love. Well, you're finished. I love winter apps because, you know, there's no way on earth that you would see this in summer kind of thing. I mean, if you did see this kind of. Oh. You know, I'm doing the same as it. Yes. I'm not sure if you can hear me. Hopefully the audio levels are okay. Let's see if it is snowing. Oh, it is. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, and the ground's slightly snowy as well. That's nice. It's either snow or it's just literally the ground textures, but looks very nice. It's the first time I've actually seen snow in MSFS. Looks very nice. How's the de-icing going? I think I might be pretty much done. So we'll head back into the cockpit. No doubt, this man on the ground will tell us to wait until it's stopped to start the engines, which is okay. I mean, not ideal, but just means that we'll be delayed a bit longer. Not delayed, well, just take a bit longer.
Concentration at 75%. I am disconnecting. Good day.
Ta-ra. Right. Perf page. We'll do that whilst we're pushing back, actually. Gives us something to do then. So hopefully we will be able to select the speed yet. No, maybe not. Yeah. Okay, so it's a woman now. Yeah, so we will be a nice person and adhere to that, whereas, you know, sometimes I wouldn't. Right. Put the beacon on now then. Bearing in mind we are pretty much secure. All the doors are shut. We'll put the ignition on ignition start just so we can get that sorted, and we'll put the APU bleed on as well. For no other reason that it's literally just straight on, you know. Put the TCAS on auto. I'll put 7,000. I'm VAT sim, but I just like to put 7,000 in there. Well, that's nice. That's the other one opened as well, yeah. Right. I'd love to know what all this means, but I don't. Not to worry. Have they... Oh, we're lifting. I'm assuming that means that we're getting... facing north, thanks for Alpha Delta. We will release parking brake. So we'll stop the Ryanair announcements. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can hear that, but I'm not a fan of it. So we'll go into performance. Quite like this iPad. It's nice to use, I think. So departing runway 04 left, I believe. Double check that. No, 04 right. 04 right. Concession. Runway surface. We'll put wet. Bear in mind it's snowing. Bear in mind it's also -11. We'll put the engine and wing anti-ice on. We'll put the packs. We'll keep the packs on. We'll do flaps 1. We're not going to force Toga either. -11. 998. 998. We'll do intersection data. Here we go. Right, so I'm guessing this means we can engine to start. Oh. Okay then. Right. So, we will, what were we doing? Yeah, Zulu Sierra I said, didn't I? Zulu Romeo. Oh wow, Zulu Romeo. Toga required. Wonder how much of a margin that gives us. If we're having Toga at Vienna. Yeah, it's quite a small runway to be fair. It's 3,500 meters. Wow. Well, that's the first time I'll be doing Toga then. So what's the speeds? 138, 149, 141. 138, 149. What was the other one? 138, 149, 151. We're doing a flaps 1 down 0.1. Down 0.1. We're not flexing. I mean, oh well. Yes, that's engine 2 started. I'll start engine 1, and then we will get configured. So we'll just, you know, because we're not on VATSIM, so we'll just set flight level 380 into the box. Yeah, flight level 380. So when we did this, when I was looking for do any flight, I was looking for snowy conditions. I was preferably hoping that it would be one that was physically snowing, but you know, this will do me. The first time I've ever really had snow. So I was guessing that noise is the pack switching over. So we'll just wait for it to stabilise all there. and we'll switch the ignition off. Oh, hang on, it's still doing something. Right, available. So switch the ignition off, and then we'll remove the AP blade, give it a second to switch over, and we'll remove the APU. So put the runway turn off lights and the taxi lights on, and the spoilers, flaps 1, and max auto braking. A quick take of oh, never mind. Probably shouldn't do that early. We'll put the predictive wind shear onto auto, and we'll switch the system onto 1. Not that it would make any difference, because unfortunately MSFS doesn't have a weather radar kind of thing inbuilt. So we shall remove the dome light, which will give us a nice little dark cockpit. We will remove the floodlights a tiny bit, so we just got a little bright glare. We'll check the spoilers, full left, full right, full down, full up, and then we'll check the rudder, full left, full right, and back to neutral. Right, so happy with all of them. Cabin and just the takeoff config. We'll do the takeoff config a bit closer to departure after that little performance by the Airbus there. Right. So we shall remove the parking brake. Set a bit of thrust, under 30% preferably. One thing I am quite struggling with is the rudder. Well, nose wheel steering really. It's very, very, very sensitive in my opinion. I mean, I have a Thrustmaster rudder. I'm not sure which make it is, but I used to have a Cytec one, and this Cytec one you could actually make it so the pedals were a bit stiffer. Unfortunately, I don't think you could do it with these Thrustmaster rudders. Literally, I'm barely touching it now, and we're making turns. Well, we're keeping on centre line. It's just so hard. It was £100 as well, exactly £100, and I think the Cytec ones were 150, 160. So I probably should have gone with the Cytec ones, to be fair. But yeah, we'll just keep it under the 20 knots margin. Well, around the 20 knots margin, just whilst we're next to an apron or a terminal, whatever we call it. Then once we get away from some terminals, we could potentially go up to 30 knots. Which is, I'm not sure what the Ryanair SOP is on that, but I'm sure it is all okay. So yeah, we'll go to Zulu. Yeah, we'll go to Zulu on this taxiway. See, it just veers off to the left and right a lot, and it's quite hard to just keep it on centre line. I don't know if that is literally just how it's supposed to be, or whether or not that's a hardware issue on my end. So I'm using the flight yoke system from Cytec. A yoke I've had for quite a considerable time now. Is that a runway? No, it's not. Yeah, I've had it for quite a significant time now. Left here. And it is decent. Obviously, it's not that realistic for Airbus operations. So I have just bought the TCA officer pack from some guy on eBay. I think I only paid about £89 for it, which is really a bargain. So yeah, hopefully that should be going in the next couple of days, which will probably mean if this series does continue and I do end up using that some of the flights may be a bit rusty, but I'm quite happy with this. I just don't like how much you have to pull back on it, which is probably an issue on my sensitivity end. I mean, that is literally halfway and like 5 degrees, so I'd have to pull back literally pretty much the full way to do 10 degrees. I love on the Airbus how you can see where your input is in relation to what it is on the plane. I do find that quite handy, whereas on the Airbus, obviously, whereas on the Boeing, sorry, it is quite, not difficult, but you just got nothing to kind of gauge that kind of input. So the cabin's ready. So we are approaching Zulu Sierra, Zulu Romeo actually. So I'll do a take off config check, just so we can rectify any issues if there was any, and there isn't, which is good. Zulu Romeo is the first one. That I don't think is Zulu Romeo. No, it's not. I believe that one down there is. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but yeah, it's one of the ones down there. The Zulu Sierra and Zulu Romeo are just quite close to each other, so I saw which ones the real world aircrafts are using, and obviously it probably differs on ATC kind of restrictions. Not restrictions, but like what they feel is necessary, but I really don't like the rudder. It really does annoy me. I don't know why it's veering so much as well. Again, probably a skill issue. Zulu Romeo is the first one, so once we get turned on, we will get config for departure. I mean that is, when we get back on centerline, this is like neutral on the rudder. Going all over the shop. It's not normally like this, to be fair. Right, approaching Zulu Romeo now, so we will ding the cabin just to let them know that we are approaching. We'll get some brakes on, bearing in mind we are approaching at 20 knots. Well off centre line, but oh well. So we will get the lights on. We shall initiate the strobe. TCAS TAR. Yeah, that's about it. Bearing in mind it has said that we are going to be going Toga. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm sure it'll be fun. Right, we shall start the clock. We'll do a rolling takeoff, so we'll do 50%. Pretty much. And when that's stabilised, we'll go for takeoff thrust. Stabilised, and take off. Do a bit of forward pressure on the nose. Absolutely lovely sounds from Fenix. 100 knots. That's V1 and rotate. Positive climb, gear up. Approaching acceleration altitude, so we'll just, there we go, we'll just drop out to climb, reduce the nose a bit, so we can gain a bit of speed. Put the autopilot on, just so we can admire these wonderful views, and isn't it spectacular really? Absolutely beautiful. I mean, they really have got night light into a, oh dear, forgot to select that, oops. There's mistake one. I mean, they really have got night lighting sorted. I mean, it even looks like more white with all the snow. I don't know if that is literally just how it is in Helsinki, but it looks absolutely amazing. So yeah, we'll let the aircraft accelerate then, and we'll reduce the flaps accordingly. So we'll disarm the spoiler. We will engine is on mode select. We will get rid of the lights. We'll get rid of the logo light as well. I'll keep the seatbelt sign on actually. Slightly laggy, but oh well. We'll go flaps 0. So we'll do open climb, threat of a 380. There we go. Obviously, at time of recording, it is currently 14:42 Zulu, which is, well, 14:42 Zulu on the clock there as well. Obviously, it's becoming winter time. Well, obviously by the snow. So it's quite dark at 14:42 Zulu, which is a shame. There's probably like a 8-9 o'clock flight that should be done really, but never mind. Right, so I think we're okay on the lights. We'll do the seatbelt signs off. Probably, yeah, a bit early, but oh well. I'll just end up forgetting about it otherwise. So yeah, as previously mentioned, 2 parts to each video, just literally for the fact of video editing, no other reason. So we'll get up to flight level 380 and then we shall end the video and start part 2 when we're just about to start the descent preparation. And by that time it will be literally pitch black. I mean, it virtually is pitch black now. Maybe it's the moonlight that's making it look a bit brighter, but oh, that's nice. How it's got the I was wondering what that was actually at first. I thought it was like some kind of big chemtrail, but I realised that it wasn't on that sim, so get rid of that iPad. Where's the clicker? Where's the clicky? Where is it? There. Oh, bloomin' hell. There we go. Right, so 11,000 feet now, so we'll do some pressurization checks. Not that we should have any issues, but yeah, that seems all okay to me. 500 feet on the vertical speed, coming out at 2,000 feet. PSI doesn't look like it's anything bad, so quite happy with that. I mean, it really is spectacular. The night lighting. Oh wow. I mean, I've never been in a plane myself, but I'm guessing this would literally be what it would be like, pretty much. As far as the game's concerned, anyway, that is unreal. Never heard someone probably go so obsessive over night lighting. But yeah, that really is nice. Is that the airport down there? I'm pretty sure it is. Yes. Obviously, there's some things I could do to make my sim a bit better. My specifications are okay, I think. Just recently upgraded. If it was something that I needed to get, it would be probably a new graphics card than a 1080 Ti. Obviously, 1080 Ti is literally a 2070. Literally for the fact of it is a Ti. With 11 gigabytes of VRAM as well, which is certainly welcome. So we shouldn't have any issues on that end. But I'm guessing like something like a 3060 or a 3070, you wouldn't need as much VRAM because it would optimize it a lot more or something like that. So yeah, just climbing through 10,000 feet now. Well, 15,000 feet, 10,000 to 20,000. So yeah, it's I'm under the impression that the cabin's also being done, but oh, maybe not. Never mind. Yeah, I have cabin turned off just to save a few frames. But yeah, that is literally spectacular. Yeah, and this keeps on appearing as well. I mean, if I disengage the autopilot and then push my side stick down and left and right a bit, that normally goes away. Never mind. Maybe it's literally something I need to calibrate in the FMS or wherever it gets calibrated, probably in the Fenix settings. Controls potentially. No, I'm not sure. What's the clock on? 9 minutes 46. Yeah, we haven't done bad in 9 minutes 46 to get to nearly 20,000 feet, I don't think. I think we're just leaving the SID now. In 6 nautical miles. Isn't it an insanely bad SID either? I mean, some literally do go to the other side of the world to get to your first waypoint. But that one seems literally straight. Yeah, literally out and round. Which is always welcome. Hopefully, so yeah, we're looking at about 40 minutes of video, which is like an hour and whatever. Maybe a bit less on the arrival. Maybe looking at about 20 minutes there, but still an hour. Obviously, I don't think I've ever done. Well, I may have done something like this a couple of years back. But obviously, hopefully it's a bit better now. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully you will enjoy it as much as I have. But yeah, it's good to be back recording, I suppose. I mean, the sounds on the Fenix really are very, very incredible. The people at Fenix have done an insanely good job to say that this is only £50. I mean, you get literally everything. Just a shame that it doesn't have the sharklets yet. I mean, I think it's called the fences or something. I think they're called. But yeah, hopefully, I mean, there was supposed to be an update coming out a few weeks ago in regards to the A320. We're just going over Estonia. Well, just about to go over Estonia now. But I'm under the understanding that it's been put back a bit, so, which is fine, I suppose. But I just wish that they had the IAE feature as well, which is what I understand is this update is going to be for, along with a few tweaks. And apparently this used to be a really, really, really bad aircraft to fly, and the sounds didn't used to be as good, and you know, textures were all off, which I'm glad I didn't have to suffer, to put it as the word. But I wonder if it'll let me put the wipers on. Oh no, it won't. Okay, that's good. Bear in mind, we are going 310 knots. If it did activate, it would probably rip the wiper off, so. Should probably use that clock for block time as well. But not to worry. Just another 14,000 feet to go, and then we'll be at our cruising altitude. It only takes about 20 to 25 minutes, I've found, to go to cruising altitude. I mean, it literally only has been 14, so you're probably about another 10 minutes or so. So yeah, it's nearly Christmas, which is good. Dark nights like this probably is a very good indication of that. Wrong button. Hoping to do a bit more winter operations this year than last. Which is supposed to be nice. I suppose this is kind of a winter ops kind of run. Bearing in mind it's Vienna to... Have I even said where we're going? We're going to Vienna. Yeah, we're going to Vienna. Which I probably should have said at the start of the video, but I may have done. So yeah, Helsinki to Vienna. Nice ski trip, resort, holiday. I mean, I don't see why they would be going at, you know, this time of night unless they were staying in some kind of hotel, but which is what I'm assuming most people are doing. Quite cool how it has the meters on the standby. I believe it's a button here you press. No, maybe not. To have meters on there. It is a button you press. I thought it was that button. That's just the head and track, isn't it? Not a clue. Not a clue. So I spent £70 on the Captainson 757 the other day. It's okay, I just don't like P3D anymore. P3D is just a bit tacky. You know, I haven't tried version 6 yet. I had version 5 for about 2 years now. And my computer didn't used to be able to run it because of the lack of VRAM. So I'll give it a go the other day and did the scrap flight of Gilasar, which is the latest 757 to be scrapped, which I'm sure most of you already know. I just didn't like it. I mean, the 757. Don't get me wrong, it flew alright. I really enjoyed how much it just stuck to the runway and how much it just didn't veer off left and right. And it was just a dream to fly. You told it to go somewhere and it went. But yeah, I'm having a few issues with night lighting on that, with airports not lighting up, and it just becomes very, very, very awful, very, very, very quick. And with MSFS, it is a lot easier because any mods like repaints can literally just be put straight into the community folder. Whereas on P3D you have to mess around with several folders, and sometimes it doesn't always work and doesn't get added to the scenery library, and you get there after 2 hours of flying and you're at a default airport even though you've installed normal scenery, and I'm not a big fan of it. Whereas on MSFS it literally sorts everything out for you. See, our speed's decreasing now. I mean, it hasn't decreased that much in the space of the last 10,000 feet, which hopefully is a good thing. And at the moment we've got, Volanta is saying we are supposed to arrive in 1 hour and 21 minutes. What is the IFMS saying? So it's saying that we will be at top of descent at 16:14 Zulu, which is in 1 hour and 10 minutes. So it's a relatively shortish flight. I mean, just going south, over Estonia, over Latvia, over Lithuania, over Poland, just touching Slovakia, and into Austria. Which is nice. Oh, but let's do pressurization checks, because there's been instances that, not necessarily on the A320, but on the 737 for PNDG, getting up to 15,000 feet and then realising that the packs are off, or the engine bleeds aren't on, or the APU bleeds on but the engine bleeds aren't on. Which again is a skill issue, but I just forget it a bit too more than I should do. It was a nice takeoff though with packs on, anti-ice on. I didn't put the anti-ice on. Whoops. Not to worry, didn't get any warnings or anything, but should have put the anti-ice on because there was clouds. Well, that's a bit of a. So that was the first thing to go wrong. The seventh thing to go wrong was obviously the speed select. So there's two things that went wrong. I don't think I'd ever do a flight without something going wrong. I mean, something is bound to go wrong on the descent, so. I mean, we did get de-icing treatment, so I suppose it isn't the end of the world. We haven't actually burnt that much fuel, to be fair. I've only burnt about a ton. About a ton, yeah. I think it's about a ton. What was our block? No, we burnt 2 ton. Got a company message as well. Probably just a load sheet. Oh, hang on. It'll say save messages. Yeah, load shape. Nice cloud layer below us. I mean, not that we can really see it, but it is definitely there. So yeah, our speed has dramatically decreased now. I wonder if our optimum flight levels went down. Or up, should I say. Yeah, it has gone up. So we should have done really 340 to be fair. Which we could do. I'm going to do 34 actually. I'm going to do 34. Change it in the FMS as well. Maybe we can climb at a different point, but we'll keep to 34 now. That's the optimum. Yeah. Apparently we're cruising at level 400. Which is not what happened. It's probably because I accidentally selected 400. So do 360 in there then. 34 actually. So we've got out cruise, and yes, we are powering up and down in the. That should change the cruise really. Never mind. Well, anyway, that's the departure, the setup, and the climb out of Helsinki. So, thanks for watching this first part of Helsinki to Vienna. And yes, hopefully you will join me back for part 2. So that'll be the descent preparation, the descent and arrival, landing, and shut down in Vienna. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall hopefully see you on part 2. See you later.